M-O-O-N. Mean distance, 239,000 miles from the Earth.
At 23,500 miles from the moon, the gravitational pull of the Earth and moon are equal.
Momentum equals mass times the square of velocity divided by 2.
Getting 3 children off to school each weekday morning. An accomplishment worthy of a medal for valor. Your youngest bravely leaving the safety of home. Setting foot into a still somewhat unfamiliar world. If there's a fate on Earth worse than being a 7-year-old,
Come on, Slowpoke!
it surely must be having a 10-year-old brother. And why can't Ricky have a dog like Ben next door? Or a 2-wheeler? Dad says his legs are too short. Anyway, why do people have 2 legs? Why don't they have 4 like dogs? If people were made like dogs, they could get there faster, like a car. Why can't Ricky fix a car like Roger? He probably knows all there is to know.
Hi, Raj!
Hi there, Rick.
Why? So many things for a 7-year-old to know.
Hurry, Ricky. We'll be late.
The world's rushing past, and there's such a long way to go to catch up. School settled down for another day, another step in the search to know. Magic hours from mothers the world over. Ending all too soon. Ben's 11. Now there's an age to be. So many things to plan and get going, but each in its own time.
What you doing, Ben?
What does it look like? Build me a treehouse.
Can I come up and watch?
Sure. If you can jump that hedge.
Janet Markham, possessed by one ambition. Her name someday to be emblazoned in the firmament of the theater.
When I meet the morning beam, or lay me down at night to dream, I hear my bones within me say, another night, another day.
Don't you feel good, Janet?
Ricky, you better go home before your mother looks for you. How does one explain to a mere child? Many and many a year ago, in a kingdom by the sea, a maiden there lived whom you may know. Greg, you want to hurt someone? Hey, Ricky, watch the spiral.
A long way to catch up.
Hi, Rick. Well, how's the big man today?
Wouldn't it be something to be as old as Roger? To know everything about everything.
You okay, Ricky? Let's see now. All in one piece? There. See you, Rick.
See you later, Raj.
But even a high school senior can have his problems. A feeling of discontent. A need to find oneself. And sometimes one is unaware of other people.
Come on, Ricky.
Youngsters growing up, aspiring ever higher, reaching for things still beyond them. A moment in a teenager's life. Man in the vastness of the universe. The awakening of a need for identity.
What are we? Who am I? A girl who bears the name of Janet Markham.
Janet's brother, Greg, knows every member of last year's All-American football team. Willie Mae's batting average. Olympic records for the running broad jump, pole vault, the mile. But as for his mathematics, how little one knows. Roger Crane, a student, awed by the immensity of man's knowledge. Knowledge, culled from man's total experience on Earth, organized, simplified, given form and design by subject and grade, by the painstaking craft of the scholar. The all-embracing power of the printed word. Telling of man's struggle since the throes of his creation. The agony of man through the ages, through civilizations come and gone. Words, and from them, books reflecting all things past and present, shaping things to come. But the road to knowing leads back to childhood, to our first awakenings to the magic of the printed word.
All right, children, we'll go on with our reading now. Ricky, will you start? Down by the sea.
Down by the sea. Do you know what the sea really is? Water. More water than you have ever seen before. Day and night, the waves come rolling in and splash upon the sandy shore. The surf comes in, and back it goes into the sea again.
Ricky Davis, on the threshold of a great adventure. The world of what we know.
This is a new word I learned to write today. Want. I want a good dog, but not too good. I want a dog to run with me, to play and have some fun with me. Want.
A child on the verge of knowing, getting a foothold in the 3 R's.
Anne practiced the piano for 24 minutes, and later 16 minutes. Now, how many minutes did Anne practice?
6 1/2 and 4 are 10. Put down 0 and carry 1. 2 and 1 are 3. Add 1. 40.
Teachers and books, the two main pillars of learning. Books, designed to fit each child's abilities. The teacher, helping children over rough spots, encouraging, drawing out. Heart, effort, purpose, all dedicated to the awakening of a child's mind. As for Ricky's sister, her home, the block, is still the center of her universe. But Sally's mind will soon open to a widening world.
The sun climbs slowly over the hills, bringing another new day. The town clock sings out the time. On Main Street, stores are ready to open. This is my home. There are other homes on my block. People getting ready for work and school. Today is the day for our weekly newspaper. This is our town hall, the courthouse, the factory. It's now 10 minutes past 8, time for the morning train, bringing people and goods to our town. Farmers are sending food to market over the highway that runs through Main Street. From our town, on and on to larger towns, on and on to the big city.
The big city. The search to know. Its roots deep in our youth, young minds exploring time and place.
The United States, its many natural resources making possible our great agriculture, manufacturing, our trade and commerce.
But as our country grows, it is really getting smaller through faster and faster means of communication and transportation. But our world is also changing. What was true yesterday may not be today, as we create even swifter ways of spanning the world, bringing us closer to faraway lands, to different ways of life, helping us to know better the peoples of the earth.
This week, members of the General Assembly have arrived at headquarters of the United Nations to debate the disarmament proposals that may lead to world peace. While Congress, its duties and powers prescribed by our Constitution, must review the course our delegates will take.
Hey, that looks neat.
Hi, Rick. How's the big man today?
Look at Ben.
High above the tumult and troubles of the world, proud monarch of all he surveys. But in books, Ben has also come upon a spirit of conquest.
Man's curiosity, his desire to know, has taken him across oceans to new continents, into the world of microscopic life, atomic energy. Today, into the pioneer age of space flight. On a trip to the moon, a spaceship to escape the Earth's gravity must reach a speed of 25,000 miles an hour. Reaching that speed, the rocket will coast through space. On its return trip, the spaceship must travel at a speed of only 5,400 miles an hour to escape the moon's gravity. As the mysteries of the universe are slowly being solved by man on our tiny planet Earth.
Studying, Greg?
Yes, sir.
I'll take that, please. American history isn't that dull, Greg. Sometimes it can be just as exciting as next week's big game. Give it a chance. You might find it can come alive.
Saratoga, September 1777. The British campaign to control the Hudson had reached its climax. On September 13th, General Burgoyne and his redcoats crossed the Hudson. On Bemis Heights, the American position had been fortified. September 19th, in the rising sun, American scouts caught the gleam of British bayonets. The troops of the colonies fell upon the advance of the British center. The British were driven back. Charge and countercharge. Guns were taken and retaken until the battle became a fierce hand-to-hand struggle. In time, the British retreated to the heights of Saratoga. Finally, surrender. Saratoga, turning point of the Revolutionary War.
It comes to pass, an ever-flowing pageant across the stage of time. Men, events, ideas, framing the present as they did the past. Fixed for an instant in the stillness of time's eye. This is man's age, today. And today, like a million todays before, slowly slips backward into the shade of time past. The accumulated wisdom of man's total existence, the sum of his presence on earth. How little one knows, a speck in the giant edifice of man's knowledge. Where to begin? Reference books and encyclopedias, words beyond count, millions upon millions of pages. A for art, archaeology. B for biology, chemistry, economics, through thousands of subjects down to zoology. Every area of knowledge that has engaged the mind of man since his awareness of time began. From Herodotus to Galileo, from Plato to Shakespeare.
Shakespeare's Globe Theater was an inn-yard in the marketplace. Spectators had their galleries, while the common people stood around the stage in rain or sun. Here, Shakespeare's plays were produced. My bounty is as boundless as the sea, my love is deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have, for both are infinite.
Oh, blessed, blessed night! I am afraid being in night. All this is but a dream, too flattering sweet to be substantial.
3 words, dear Romeo, and good night indeed. 'Tis almost morning. I would have thee gone, and yet no farther than a wanton's bird lets it hop a little from her hand like a poor prisoner in its twisted gyves, and then with a silk thread plucks it back again, so loving jealous of his liberty.
I would I were thy bird,
Sweet, so would I, that I would kill thee with much cherishing. Good night, good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow that I should say good night, till it be morrow.
Sleep, dwell upon thine eyes. Peace in thy breast. Would I was sleep and peace so sweet to rest.
The need to find oneself. Roger Crane, high school senior, at the threshold of a new life. Where does his talent lie?
In the 12th century, Gothic art made its appearance in France in a spectacular way. When the court of King Louis VII visited the Royal Abbey of Saint-Denis for the dedication of the new choir, with its crown of chapels radiant with stained glass windows, a precedent to be followed the next 300 years. Thus, Gothic architecture originated in France. Its influence soon felt throughout the Western world, its buildings much taller than the Romanesque, lighter, more graceful, and elaborate. Sculpture was expressive of the new Gothic spirit, statues and spires adorning rising cathedrals. Towering high above the medieval ages, these great monuments of stone were built not to please man, but to honor God.
The need to find oneself. Another school day, a tiny bead in an endless string that leads toward knowing. To know. To give our children the best start in life, the best schools, the best teachers.
Ready? Begin.
The best materials. In this age, we can give no less. How important are good books in our school system? Ask a teacher who knows that good teaching is supported by good books, who knows the influence of books upon her own life. Ask a principal who knows that education is basically children, teachers, and books. Ask a school superintendent working hard to supply his schools with the best new books. And a parent with the greatest stake in, with final responsibility for our schools. Today is yesterday, says the printed word. Every day, new concepts, new events extend the boundaries of what we know, captured for the mind of man by the printed word. For today, it's a new world, moving forward at a dizzying pace. New thoughts, new explorations, adding to man's knowledge, shedding new light. Think of the speed of light. Then think of the immensity of our own single galaxy within the universe, where light must travel 100,000 years to cross its diameter. Within that almost infinite time span, recorded knowledge, since its beginning, is but a blink of the nearest star. Yet within that instant flash of time, man has used the printed word to illuminate noble and tremendous ideas that have echoed down the pages of history, framing the aspirations of all mankind. Ideas upon which whole societies have been founded, upon which the free world rests today. What kind of future lies ahead for our children? in a time when our nation so desperately needs the abilities of all of our youth. To know. Only our schools can answer, as they equip our youth to enter the tremendous new future. The most powerful force on Earth.